Hello everyone, this is Hassan from HDFX, and today I want to show you actually something that I find it interesting. It is kind of an educational video on the Euro US dollar, and it's about how where you start from counting for Elliott waves, how it affects the outcome, and how market is giving you some clues even though you don't know, you don't have any idea where you are. Okay, so for this I actually took the last part of this Euro US dollar chart on the 4-hour chart. Okay, so before everything, let's clear the chart actually. Okay, so what I want to do is actually what I want to show to you is how this market is actually changes from where you start. Okay, so this is the crucial part of Elliott waves theory. So for example, if you're looking in a chart like this and you take this point, because as you can see after here, after this, some move like something here, the market reverses and starts going up. And look, another turning point of the market is here. Another turning point of the market is here. Another one is here. Another one is here. Another one maybe somewhere around here. Okay, so when you look at this chart, wherever you start changes your perspective completely, and this is why Elliott wave is hard. Okay, so let's remove all of this again and let's start. So for example, if I take, okay, this is why so many of Elliott wave traders fail, including me. Why? Because if my starting point is wrong, the analysis is wrong. And I will show you what I mean. If this, for example, it's 0, yes? Now, what does this move look like? Well, let's say, so on this degree, something will end here. On this degree, something will end here, blah, 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 okay? So what we should do is now go back 1 degree. So I can, for example, say something like this, I'm sure. So if I think, for example, this is an impulsive move, I will put 1 here. I would put my second wave here. I would put my third wave somewhere around here. I would put my fourth wave here. And I would put my fifth wave here. Now, so many would do like this. Okay, so I would say, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look, we have A, B, C. Okay, well, it's wrong. Why? Because in this move, there's no extension. So you cannot label your charts like this. So immediately, this idea is done. Okay, immediately. Look, so whenever I do a video here and try to explain, look, I think like this, I think like this, I think like this, it means I already eliminated all of these other possibilities that just simply doesn't work. Okay, so first of all, if it was me, I would put my 0 point not here but somewhere around here. I would put it after this type of triangular formation. I would put this would be my 0 point. Okay, and do I see an impulsive move here? I would say to myself, when I don't see it. So whatever this move is, which I will not spend my time on it, I would say something like wave A here. Now look, if I think this is the wave A, then I would put my V wave somewhere around here. Okay, and I would say, well, if this is B wave, I need a C wave. So maybe this is the C wave. Well, if you have A, B, C, something like this, it means this is a flat with a failure. If you would have a flat with a failure, it should have meant the market to sold off and at least like go, because if you have a market with a failure, it means that this counter trend is so aggressive that this C wave cannot go higher. But look what happens here. It cannot even go down too, and it starts moving up. So it means that I would eliminate this idea too. So what it means is this: wherever I start, it doesn't look correct. Because, for example, yes, we can have something like, for example, an X wave, and for example, A, B, another C. We can have this. I'm not saying that it is not possible. But what I'm saying, if a market starts a double or triple combination pattern and starts with a failure, it is very unlikely, since this X wave is not so strong. If the X wave did come all the way here, then I would have think, okay, maybe yes, but the market retracement is simply just strong enough. So it means that my starting point for this is, I would think, is wrong. So what I would do here, I would remove it. Okay, now let's start again. What if this is my 0 point, and I would say, for example, wave A here. Now, if you have a wave A here, you need a wave B. Well, can I put the wave B here? Let's think. Now, what we should do now is put this level, and let's say it is the absolute bottom, and we take our fib level from the start to the end. And look at this retracement. This retracement does not come to 618. Okay? Now that is a problem. Now why? Well, because it doesn't come to 618, it means that this, whatever this start is, a C wave, and it is a zigzag. Now this zigzag, as a rule, if I try to draw a zigzag here, it should be something like this. You have a wave A, you have a wave B that does not retrace more than 618, and a C wave has to make, even it is a marginal, it has to make a new low. Now look at this. It doesn't do that. So what does this mean? Does this mean, no, this is the starting point is wrong? Well, it does not mean this. But what it means is, either this is not the end of wave A, which can be, if you go, for example, zoom in a little bit and try to count here, it means that maybe we are in somewhere higher up, maybe somewhere like this, with some type of a triangle here, okay? Maybe something like this, or well, actually, if we do that, it's even worse, as you can see. But don't think for this example, but the first thing you should do, what I'm trying to say, is trying to find a different place where you can put your wave A. Okay, this is what I'm trying to say. Now in this example, though, it doesn't work, because the more it goes up, the more shorter the wave A is, the higher the 618. So it does mean is, whatever this A wave here didn't end here, but maybe ended here. Okay, now that changes things. Okay, now that changes things. Now if this is a wave A, then you now have, whatever you're trading here is a B wave. Okay, now that is a difference too. Why? Because if you're trading wave A to a wave B, it means that at this move, whatever you're thinking is correct. Okay, so if you did see the start of the video, I had this label as 1 2 3 4 5. Well, in that case, it doesn't work. But what if this was the end of the move, and this is our starting point, but not this one? So what if this is our starting point? So whatever we have is here wave A here, okay, and we have something like wave B here, and now look, and now we are trading a wave C. What if we are in something like this? Now look, now what the rule said to us before, that any B wave has to be corrective, because we were thinking that this was a B wave. Now it turns out, now this is a C wave. Now it says any C wave has to be impulsive. So whatever it is here, for example, it should be something like 1, a 2, okay, maybe 3 here. Maybe we are still in a 4th wave, and maybe we will have a 5th wave. That is a possibility. Another possibility, this is the 3rd wave, this was the 4th wave, this was the 5th wave, and we are done with the C wave here. Okay? Now look, all these possibilities and all this stuff, it exactly changes when you change the place that you start. So it means that this is why it's so crucial to know on the big picture where you are. Okay? Because if you don't have any idea where you are in the big picture, it's a little bit hard to understand where to start. And when you don't know where to start, it is so much easier for you to screw up your analysis and losing money. Okay? Now look at this. If this is the starting point for our wave 0A, what do? I take my Fib tool from the start to the end. Now where do we come? Well, the B wave goes 618. It means that it is whatever this I'm looking for in the orange color, it's actually a flat pattern. Okay, good. So everything good. Now, if this flat ABC is done here, what should I do? Well, I should do something like this. I should take my 0 to B trend line, okay, and I should take it to the right side, and I should take the time taking for wave C to form, okay, and I should put it on the right side. Now look, as you can see, the time is up and the market didn't come here. What does this mean? Well, it means that we are more likely to have an X wave here. So, look at this X wave. This X wave can go on and on. I'm not saying this, but because the time has almost expired and it is nowhere near, this has to be an X wave. It can go on forever. Not forever, of course. It can go a longer time. It can take more time. But after this X wave, you need a wave A. Okay? So if you think as a trader that this is your starting point, you should be looking for longs after this X wave. But uh, if you did take the other approach and this was not your C wave, by the way, maybe the C wave is not done here. Maybe this is the 3rd wave. Of course, don't forget this too. And maybe you're in 4th wave and you'll have a 5th wave, and then your C wave will be done. And what you should do is now then take this time and wait the market reaction. If it's going a sudden and deep move towards this 0 to B trend line, what it means? Well, it means that this ABC, whatever this orange ABC is, will end something on the bigger degree as a simple correction, not a complex. Because it's not a complex correction, it means we don't need to wait for an X wave. So it means it will end something like maybe wave A of a flat, wave A of a triangle, wave B of a flat or zigzag, or a 2nd wave or a 4th wave, something like this. Okay? Now I hope this educational video helps, okay? So the starting point of your Elliott wave analysis is the key to being successful. Because look, to be honest, even though Elliott wave rules are pretty hard, but once you learn the rules, it should be easy to follow. Because once you make enough practice, the rules can be manageable. But what's not manageable is the fact that if you're wrong, it's the rules cannot be changed, the rules can be applied. But if you don't know where to apply them, or if you're choosing wrong places to apply them, then it will give you the wrong results. Okay. and that is the difference between a successful trader, or even though someone can know the rules back of their hand, they can be shit trader. It can happen. Well, and this is why, for example, I've for many years struggled, even though I do know the analysis pretty good, I think, but I was struggling to find the perfect places to count my analysis. So I would have some bad years. For example, this year I'm not having a good year. If you ask why, well, it's because this coronavirus stuff, it's affected me in a bad way, and then I understood that my starting point of this analysis, mainly the euro US dollar and pound US dollar, was wrong. Thus it added with this coronavirus situation, then it had a tremendous effect on my trading account. Okay, so this can happen, but still you should work hard and try to see where you're wrong. Okay, so I hope this makes sense, and see you on the next one, guys.